It's finally time to introduce the trailer for the periodic table competition that references Battle for Dream Island Solo the Time. Episode 1B trailer. So can I get a raise now?
Oh, shut up.
No, please, wait! And with that out of the way, we are ready to show you our movie length experience trailer. Okay, I'm done.
Alright viewers, remember, our minimum wage object show episode 1.5 is releasing in the vicinity, so say it with me. Welcome to Holt Incorporate's funded presentation. The periodic table competition that references Battle for Dream Island some of the time. So, on our amazing digital recap.
Amazing digital recap.
Okay, so here it is. After 33 periodic table elements have originally called me using a Nokia 3310 from 1993, I let them take at least 48 hours to arrive, which is unusual for myself. When they arrived, we set up the camera, not knowing we were recording to those weird aliens named humans. What the heck are those? Anyways, after a nice company named Holt Incorporate told me they would do the funds, I accepted, and so they have to pay $541 a day for this is keep going. As we can't afford budget cuts, like BFDI after 3.5 minutes of introduction. We used super duper mega fantastic trampolines borrowed by Kane from the amazing digital circus for them to be launched into the air 2 at a time, apparently. When they landed back down, 2 contestants of mine named Aluminum and Silicon suddenly disappeared, and I was down to 31. So I called Mr. Periodic to ask if 2 other elements could come, and he said cadmium and nitrogen could join. I was glad, and after I explained the rules of team picking, magnesium suddenly disappeared, so I followed through, and chromium was able to join. After I picked zinc, lithium, and boron to be team captains, things were going smoothly, as zinc picked his friend cobalt, boron picked our protagonist hydrogen, and lithium picked his second best friend besides sodium, carbon. But things went downhill, as when it was lithium's turn, he suddenly disappeared, so after I said you're taking his place now to carbon, and she sounded like Snowball from BFDI 6. I called again and chlorine packed her bags to come over. Apparently, I didn't notice zinc disappeared as well until it was his turn, so I called again, and this time, iron, who was somehow the best friend of corny cobalt, was available. I thought I wouldn't have to call again, as Mr. Periodic was getting annoyed by my frequent calls, until further in, when carbon picked uranium and neptunium, neptunium suddenly disappeared as well. And when I marked him off and said now 6 are joining since we only have 27, I called again, and Mr. Periodic said this better be the last one, which was true. And potassium was the final one off the charts. So then, I see the 6 arrive, and they were introduced. Carbon, cobalt, and boron got interested quickly, so carbon picked cadmium, who is a small painter, chromium, who is a selfish stainless spoon, who is fierce enemies with cadmium, and potassium, who just stands there, I don't know why. Then cobalt picked his best friend iron, and chlorine, because he doesn't want to extinguish hydrogen using chlorine, and boron is stuck with nitrogen. They then picked team names, now canonically named Energy Lads No You Shut Up, The Simple People, of 2026, and Metal Revolution but with extras. So, finally, for the 10 gauntlet race for 1B, I chose hydrogen, sodium, and cobalt to be the lucky representatives, and apparently, hydrogen was the only one excited. As cobalt doesn't have a good track record with pressured racing, and sodium just disagrees, but why is hydrogen involved with literally everything? Anyways, after I put the other 30 behind a curtain, I asked these 3 if they are ready for the first ever SMG4 themed premiere for an object show that's 38 days long. And they probably agreed, so after I counted down, they all simultaneously said let's go, and that's where I decided to stop it. So there's the recap, so that's it. See you in PTCTRBFDISOTT 1B.